If you're an Ayesha Curry fan and you love her as much as I do because she called out these whores and thoughts and made them realize that they ain't snit, you better say goodbye to Ayesha Curry, because she's either just going to be, I don't know, man. I don't know if the Illuminati's going to put a hit out on her, or if they're going to replace her with like an organic robot, or, you know, some sort of an android or a clone or whatever. And I know that this sounds like some straight up conspiracy theory babble or whatever, but I'm telling you, they're not going to take this one lightly. Now, we know that the NBA makes like what, billions of dollars every year or whatever. Check out what your girl Ayesha Curry had to say about the NBA. She said on Twitter, mind you, in front of millions of people, "I've lost all respect. Sorry, this is absolutely rigged for money or ratings. I guess you meant to say I'm not sure which. I won't be silent. Just saw it live. Sorry." Tweeted in the heat of the moment. This is what she said about an hour or so later. Tweeted in the heat of the moment because the call was uncalled for. "Police racial profiled my father and told him to remove credentials and tried to arrest him. It's been a long night for me. I apologize." Let me explain to you what happened here. Some sort of call happened in the basketball game. I guess like her husband Stephen Curry was playing. So that's what she's making a reference to. She said that the NBA is rigging games for money or ratings. She's not sure which. Then maybe an hour or so later, she said, I tweeted that in the heat of the moment, and I did it because they made a call in the game and it was uncalled for. And, you know, by the way, my father was racially profiled and he was told to remove his credentials. They tried to arrest him. You know, it's just been a long night for me. So, excuse me, I apologize. Really, Ayesha Curry? She said that she wasn't going to be silent from the beginning. So she broke programming and actually spoke out, and then turned right around and said, made up some story. At least that's what it seems like. She made this up about her father being allegedly racially profiled. Really, Ayesha Curry? Really, Ayesha Curry you're going to try to pull the wool over the people's eyes after you done exposed what goes on behind the scenes? Yes, plenty of sporting events are rigged, whether it's boxing, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, golf, whatever. They do what they have to do to bring that revenue in, because money is the bottom line. There's been a lot of very fishy stuff that's going on in sports over the years. A lot of stuff that'll make you say, cheddar cheese. And one of the fishiest and cheesiest things that I've seen in a long time is this right here. Ayesha breaking programming, admitting what goes on. Remember, she's an insider. She's married to an NBA player, one of the most popular players in the year 2016 going into 2017. Never forget, June 16th of 2016, Ayesha Curry broke programming for a second, spoke out, and then backtracked and told some weird story about her father being racially profiled. Ayesha, stop. You know darn well you're trying to protect your family. If you really want to protect your family, never speak out again. You know, I'm one of those never scared type of cats. You know, I don't have little rugrats running around, so I can just say whatever. You know, but I understand though, Ayesha, you probably got one of those phone calls. "We got naked pictures." You know what I mean? You know how they do. we got your husband with a tranny right here on video. He's getting fucked in the ass hard. Knees deep, not balls deep, knees deep. Fuck around, we'll put it out, bitch. You know how they do. Anybody who's dealt with industry people know what really goes on behind the scenes, but that's none of y'all's business until you get yourself in there and find out. There's some real crazy stuff that goes on. Trust me, I know from personal experience. They try to do shady, shiesty stuff to you. That's why I did not become a celebrity years ago. Had chances to, walked away from it. But now that I figured out ways to do it independently, I'm willing to make some deals now. But before, when there was going to be anybody else in control of my career, I was like, you know what? I think I'll walk away. But yeah, shout out to Ayesha Curry. I know what you're doing here. I know how things work in Hollywood. You're just trying to protect yourself and your family. I don't blame you for backtracking. Nice little save here with my father was racially profiled and they tried to arrest him. Sure. But anyways, do you think that Ayesha Curry was being real with the original tweet or the second two tweets? Do you think that she really believes that things are rigged for money or ratings? Or do you think that she was just stressed out and just speaking out of emotion based off of things that were going on in her personal life, and she just happened to express them with the world in front of millions of people? Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Ayesha, stick to what you know, which is embarrassing thoughts.